Visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. Hello and welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we'll be looking at something interesting. So today we have a deck list from Polish National Championship. So unfortunately Polish does not have official Pokemon Championship nationals or support from Pokemon, the same like we don't have in Croatia. And actually this was a deck from the final. Unfortunately, it was not the first place; it was the second place. And actually, this deck was played by Mateusz Legierski. So I hope I pronounced the name and surname good. Basically, he played this Yveltal Gallade Zoroark deck with Sage Method as a tech. So first of all, I will definitely comment that I really like this deck list and deck idea. It actually can respond to pretty much everything. I mean, you don't even have to play with your EXs against Night March. For example, you have Gallade for those Shamans, you have Zoroarks, you also have Yveltals. They can definitely help you against Shaman War, against Night March. Oh my goodness, against Night March, so you can actually hit those Shamans for the 2 prizes. So that's definitely good. Also, the target whistle can help you a lot in that matchup. Against Manectric, I guess you can also set up those Gallades and hit for the weakness, which is actually also a good thing. Pretty much with the Sage Toad Quickening Punch, you can prevent your opponent in the early game from playing item cards. Also, you can hit for the weakness, your opponent Trevenant, so definitely very interesting, good deck list in my opinion. So 14 Pokemons, 36 trainer cards, and 10 energies, which will be 60 cards as usual in Pokemon trading card games. So starting with the 2 Shaman EX for the setup, pretty much you need to have Shaman in pretty much almost every deck these days. So 2 of them, 3 Yveltals, a baby, 2 with Oblivion Wing, which can allows you to attach Darkness Energy from a discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon and hit for the 30. With the Muscle Band, you can increase the damage for 20 more. With Fighting Fury Belt, you can actually add 40 HP to your Yveltal and hit for the 10 more damage. So basically, with 50 damage, you can one-hit knock out those lower basic Pokemons with 50 HP, but not sure if there is actually any of them at this moment. Also, Frayed Knight Yveltal with ability that when this card is in the active spot, the tool will not be applied. And also Pitch Black Spear can hit for 60 and 60 more damage to your opponent's benched Pokemon EX. So basically with Pitch Black Spear you can double hit for 60 maybe Shamans, and with double Lysander you can actually grab 4 prizes with this Yveltal. So it's definitely a very good card. 2 Yveltal EX for those heavy X attackers, Evil Ball and Ice Cyclone. Also 2 copies of Zoroark and Zoroark with the stand-in ability, who can help you to rush in retreat actually and basically hit with the Mind Jack for 180 damage if your opponent have 5 Pokemon on the bench, in theory with the Muscle Band, which is actually enough for the one-hit knockout on pretty much 98% of EXs in the standard format without those Fighting Fury Belt attached. 2 Premonitions Gallade, which will allow you to rearrange top 5 cards in any kind of solution you actually want. And Sensitive Blade can also hit for 150, 130, 150 with Muscle Band if you actually play supporter card this turn, which will actually be enough to one-hit knock out those Shamans, any kind of Manectrics and Mega Manectrics for the weakness, but also do the great job even against Trevenant, because it can also one-hit knockout Trevenant. Not able to hit one-hit knockout Trevenant break, but it can definitely help you a lot. And also 1 Sage Method as a Quaking Puncher for a tech. From item cards, we see 3 Battle Compressors in this deck, which actually have a lot of sense, because you need to discard your Gallades and Maxis Hidden Ball Tricks. Maybe even some Darkness Energies if you start with your baby Yveltal, so you can actually accelerate them. 4 copies of Puzzles, which will definitely be a good card in this deck. I mean, you can definitely put any 2 cards from your discard pile back into your deck, so definitely good thing. Definitely against those EX decks, you can actually grab Target Whistle and play them even a few more times, same as a Lysander, but also those Double Colorless Energy and Muscle Band can be good. 3 Trainer's Mail, 4 Ultra Balls, and 4 V-Seekers, of course, as a staple from supporter cards. We see 1 AZ, which is actually quite useful, especially to remove Shaman from play, but also Yveltal with some damage, or maybe even Seismitoad. 2 copies of Lysander, so actually 2 instead of the 1. I actually start to play 1 Lysander, but to be honest, sometimes the 2 is good, because sometimes you can't play V-Seeker for Lysander if you don't have it. Sometimes you have item lock, so sometimes Lysander is priced, so 2 is actually not bad option in my opinion, if you can actually made something like this deck list to be very balanced. Also 2 Maxis Hidden Ball Trick. Why 2 Maxis Hidden Ball Trick? In my opinion, just because if 1 is priced, definitely you're in trouble. You can't play Gallade, so that's the reason why actually 2 make a lot of sense. Copy of N, and of course 3 Professor Sycamores with 1 Xerosic. Since we don't see Starling Megaphone in this deck, Xerosic actually make a lot of sense. In my opinion, Xerosic is better because you have option to remove dual or special energy from any Pokemon in play, which actually can be even your, so definitely good card. Also, 2 copies of Reverse Wally, which will increase the damage for 10 more damage that you can actually output with your Darkness Pokemons. 2 copies of Fighting Fury Belt, 2 copies of Floatstone, 1 Muscle Band, and 10 energies in total, including 4 Double Colors and 6 Darkness energies. So actually, I like this deck list. I will definitely try to play this deck list in some live games. It really makes a lot of sense. I also like the idea with 2 Lysanders. I might be taking 1 more N in this deck, just don't know why. I like to play with double N, or at least 4 Professor Sycamores, but since there's 3 Battle Compressors, he probably looking forward to be able to discard with Battle Compressor some supporter cards that actually put it back into his hand with V-Seeker. So if you're looking for any of these cards, as usual, you can find them on CCGCastle.com. With TCG Center 5 code, you can also get 5% discount on your purchase. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see this deck in the action. Alright, so let's try to see this deck in action. I'm starting probably second, because I lost that coin flip. I guess not a big deal, so always by going second with the Yveltal deck, you can actually Oblivion Wing your opponent on your turn 1 for 30, maybe even 50, and even attach 1 energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemons, which always can be good. Dunsparce on the other side, and the West Queen. Dunsparce actually good starter because it has free retreat cost. It also can be discarded with the Battle Compressor, which will actually add 10 more damage to the West Queen. This is definitely going to be a hard matchup against the West Queen. But as long as I can actually limit my opponent by knocking out from turn to turn his West Queens, without losing 2 prizes, I guess I can win actually, so we'll see that. Eevee, Jolteon, and Professor Sycamore. Alright, not bad. And there's an Ultra Ball, so probably, oh, there's a Teammates and Muscle Band, that's very interesting, probably for maybe Shaman, maybe not. Yep, so there's first Shaman. First Shaman will actually go for a 6 cards, so 3 combis on the bench. Very interesting. He decided to discard his Jolteon. I'm kind of impressed because I actually depend. He would actually can be able to hit for a weakness, but he decided to discard Eevee and Jolteon in this matchup, which is actually interesting. Then again, huge army of 3 combis already benched down. There's an Acrobike, so with Acrobike you can draw 1 card and discard other, or just look at the top 2 cards and choose 1, discard other, and put it into your hand without showing it to your opponent. 2 Eevee already discarded. Okay, I guess that's not bad. Oh, there's a DC. Double Chorus attached on the combi on the bench. A Manectric EX. Alright, solid. Not sure why would you play Manectric in West Queen deck. This definitely does not look good. I don't want to take a risk since there's only 6 darkness energies in this deck. Actually, I was able to find another one, so I don't know, should I go with my Yveltal down to the bench? I will just go with Ultra Ball for maybe I don't know, actually. I will discard my Shaman, actually. Don't want to see it, and I will actually try to bench down those Zoroarks. Let's go with one Yveltal, and let's hope I can find a Muscle Band. Nope, just the Ultra Ball. So no sign of the Ultra Ball, no sign of the knockout on the turn 1. Guess I can take a risk right there and go for the second Shaman, which will actually give me 6 new cards. I was also able maybe to Quaking Punch my opponent on turn 1, but that's kind of risky to find Floatstone and maybe, yeah, too many cards. Seismitoad, Floatstone, stuff like that. That's probably not going to happen. Let's just discard 2 Gallades, and I don't know. That Xerosic is big, definitely, but I guess I don't want to discard. We'll discard one of my one of my Lysanders, and we'll see what I can find with Puzzle. Definitely not bad. Reverse Wally, Xerosic, and Battle Compressor. Unfortunately, not enough for the knockout, but this will actually give me some opportunity to charge some energies to my Yveltal that I can actually use for the Ice Cyclone, maybe for the knockout over his Vespiquen. So for now, he can only hit for 30 damage and 20 more from the beer range, which is actually 50. That G1 will actually allows him to draw 2 more cards. I was not able to find not even Fighting Fury Belt or Muscle Band, so I can actually one-hit knockout his Dunsparce. Reverse Wally probably be attached. Yeah, I will definitely attach my Reverse Wally. If I just know that my opponent wouldn't be able to knock me out this turn, I would definitely top deck Xerosic instead of this solution, but never mind for that. Let's see, Trainer's Mail can give me another Professor Sycamore, which is good. So, never mind, will not attach that Muscle Band yet. I'm just going to hit for the 30, which is a 40 actually, which is enough for the knockout, and will attach one of my energies to my another Zorua. And right now I have actually 2 attackers ready sitting on the bench to do big things right there. Also have that Muscle Band, which can actually be attached on one of my Pokemons. Fighting Fury Belt is attached on that Yveltal. That means that he have 210 HP, but looks like that's not going to be knockout on this turn. There's another Dunsparce, Diglett, and Hawlucha. Very interesting deck. So he actually play even fighting Pokemon, so he can actually hit for the weakness those probably lightning decks like Manectric and Mega Manectric. So my opponent actually think on everything right there. That Vespiquen is not even able to one-hit knock out my Yveltal, so he can hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 90 damage right now. 90 damage, so definitely not enough for the knockout. Trainer's Mail for the switch. I have definitely good solution for the next turn. I can maybe even go with just Oblivion Wing for 60 and maybe with Xerosic for his double Colress energy, or I can maybe try to AZ my active Yveltal and just knock him out with my Yveltal EX. Oh, so he decided to bring me a Shaman for the Sky Return. Very smart move. Unfortunately for my opponent, I have Lysander ready, so I might be even able to knock out somehow his Manectric right there, but still thinking what's the best thing. I guess just to scrap that DC to attach one of my DCs to Zorua and just go with Oblivion Wing for the 30, actually 40. Because I have the Stadium in play, no energy to bench to put on one of my benched Pokemons. But at least I get rid of that big double chorus energy from his Vespiquen, which is actually always good. Right now he discarded a few more Pokemons like Flareon and two more, oh, 4 Dunsparrows in this deck. I never seen something like that. There's a Flowstone, and that's definitely going to be a knockout. Why switch? I don't know. Oh, for the Shaman, that makes a lot of sense right here. So yeah, I will probably just came into the active spot with my Yveltal, and probably I will hit for a Ice Cyclone. But I even have enough for the knockout with my Evil Ball. But I will definitely like to hit for a Ice Cyclone, because I can actually remove 1 energy to my 1 Banshee Pokemon. But who knows, maybe I even can top deck Zoroark and actually play Zoroark instead of the that Yveltal. So let's see. I actually don't need Seismitoad anymore right here. I don't need another Yveltal EX, and I can even discard one of my Darkness energies into discard pile. And we'll try to find something with the Trainer's Mail. Something like a Lysander is definitely good. Alright, so 90 damage, enough for the knockout, actually 110. Totally forgot about 20 on the Yveltal. And there's an Ultra Ball. So right now I'm in a good position, because the maximum damage output he can do is 140. He don't have 2 Lighting Energies, or just Lighting Energy and 1 Colorless Energy on his Manectric, so he can actually hit me for the knockout with the Assault Laser. 120 because I have that tool, times 2 for the weakness, which would be enough for that Yveltal weakness, 240 knockout. I'm still wondering why he decided to discard his Jolteon. That would definitely give him a huge boost. That Jolteon would be able actually to allows Vespiquen to hit for the weakness, because Vespiquen would also be a lighting Pokemon. But it is how it is. 140 damage is maximum damage that my opponent can output right here with the Be Revenge. Then again, I can just easily knock out his Vespiquen right here. But before I do that, I will actually first go for that Zoroark, so I can actually have a tackle for the next turn. And to be honest, I will even attach one of my double Colorless Energies to the Shaman EX, so I can actually Sky Return my Shaman, so he's not going to be able to draw 2 more easy prizes. I still need to take 3 prizes, so there's a puzzle of time. That's definitely a good one. If there's a double Colress, my Yveltal is going to fall down, but then again, I can actually knock out his probably Shaman on the bench. Oh, there's a Super Road. So I would definitely play Revitalizer instead of the Super Road in this kind of deck, because with Revitalizer you can grab, instead of putting in the deck, for example, Compies and Vespiquens. Unfortunately just 2, but enough for maybe some kind of knockout with double Colorless Energy. How many double Colorless Energies? He discarded 2, and there's just 1 more, so that's probably going to be a third one. And let's say 1 is in a prize, he's not going to be able to attack with the next turn. But then again, I'm still thinking, like, should I go with just knockout over the Manectric and then Lysander for that Shaman, or just straight away for that Vespiquen? Because we are going to be equaled after this knockout. But I guess that is just the best. Go for that Vespiquen knockout, and then turn after this for that Shaman knockout. Because I can also grab any 2 cards from my discard pile, like Puzzle of Time maybe, and something like that. So, double puzzle of time. It's time to play them. I'm going to grab... I can even grab my Gallade on the bench. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my Darkness Energies and one of my Fighting Fury Belt. One energy to Zorua, and this is going to be Max's Hidden Ball Trick. And I can even play Maxis for that Gallade, so I can have Premonition. And I can see the next top 5 cards. So let's see. I guess I can use anything. Oh, I guess the best option is to draw the Zoroark, because it will allow me to evolve and have attacker for the next turn. Yeah, I'm pretty much happy with this. Don't need to play anything else. Let's just go with the mind check for the knockout right here. 140 and 40 next turn. I actually have V-Seeker for Lysander, which will bring me a Shaman for 2 prize knockouts with my another Zoroark if I be able to actually top deck it. It really depends if my opponent maybe is planning to play N. So there is a level ball. One thing is for sure, if he have double colorless energy in his hand, he can actually knock out my Zoroark. But then again, that Gallade will actually give a huge boost right there for that next turn Zoroark and V-Seeker for Lysander for the knockout over that Shaman. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, that's definitely going to be 110 damage knockout, because I also have Muscle Band attached on my Zorua, so it's definitely very good. But let's see. Oh, there's even Combi, so that will even give me a chance to knock out that Manectric, because that's 120 damage, 130, 140 from that reverse volley, and 20 from Muscle Band, which is 160. And yeah, that's going to be the last 2 prizes. Looks like that he don't have double colorless energy, so this might be even GG right on my next turn. So I might not even lose my active Zoroark, and it's definitely very promising right here. So he is down to 1 card, and looks like that he don't actually have... Oh, so he decided to promote his Manectric, which is actually interesting, because retreating down to Manectric, who's down to the 40 damage. There's the energy for the overrun, I guess that's all he can do. But yeah, I mean, even without playing V-Seeker, I can knock out his Manectric. So he needs something like Center Lady in this situation. But yeah, I guess it's a GG. It was definitely interesting to play against this Wesker Queen deck with a lot of different attackers. There was a Diglett. I don't know why. I mean, it can use Ram for 10, but there's no Duck Trio, so without Duck Trio does not make sense, but probably Duck Trio is prized. Also Flareon, Jolteon, also Havlucha. I mean, Havlucha can only hit for the 60. It cannot hit for the weakness and resistance without something like a Garbodor or a Hexmania you can play. But yeah, only 2 Forest of the Giant Plants also. Interesting deck list, I should definitely say that, but not good enough to parry to a deck like this one. I definitely like this deck. It works perfectly, so it's always a pleasure to Lysander your opponent's Shaman and grab a last 2 prizes by knocking him out. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. So that was the deck from the Polish National Championship 2016, 2nd place. Once again, full deck list right here. If you're looking to build something like this, you can definitely use this as a guide. So yeah, don't forget to like this video, or if you like it, or dislike if you don't like it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more future videos. If you have any questions, leave comments below, and that's pretty much all. So till next time, see you in the next video, and goodbye.